Okay, 6th grade, we're on our 5th day of review. This is example 2 of dividing decimals. So, our first problem, we got 0.8 divided by 0.15. So this doesn't look that different than what we did in the first example, the first set of example problems. So we still got to make the number we're dividing by a whole number. So I'm going to move it 2 places to the right. So 1, 2, that now becomes 15. Over here, I got to go 2 places to the right as well. I'm filling in a 0. This is now 80 divided by 15. So 80 divided by 15, we'll just treat that like normal long division. So 80 divided by 15. I know it's going to keep going, so I'm going to make my division bar a little longer here. 15 goes into 80 how many times? I believe it's going to be 5. 5 times 15 is 75. Subtract, I get 5. I'm going to add a decimal, bring up my decimal, and add a 0, bring down the 0. So now 15 into 50. 15 goes into 50 3 times. 3 times 15 is 45. And I bring, I guess 50 minus 45 is 5. So I bring down another 0. Some of you might see what's happening. You might remember this from when we learned about decimals earlier this year. 15 goes into 50 3 times. 3 times 15 is 45. Subtract, I get 5. If we did it again, we're going to get the same thing. 15 into 50 3 times. 45, 0. We can see this is going to keep going forever and ever. Hopefully you remember what this is called. It is called a repeating decimal. A repeating decimal. And what we do in this case is we are going to write the number. So it's 5 point. Instead of writing 3 forever and ever, we can put a line over the 3 to show that this is 5.3 repeating. This means that little line tells us that 3 repeats forever and ever and ever, and it'll be 5.33333 as far as we can go. So let's look at the second example here. This isn't even a division problem, or is it? So we have the fraction 5/24. But you might remember the fraction bar is the same thing as the division bar. It means division. 5/24 is the same as 5 divided by 24. So we're going to do that division. It's always numerator divided by denominator. Top number divided by the bottom number. So I am going to do 5 divided by 24. And now we're just going to treat it like normal division. 24 does not go into 5, so I got to add a decimal and a 0. I'll bring my decimal point up. 24 goes into 50 2 times. 2 times 24 is 48. Subtract, I get 50 minus 48 is 2. So I'm going to add another 0 and bring it down. 24 goes into 20. 24 does not go into 20. So that goes in 0 times. I'm going to extend this out here. 0 times 24 is 0. Subtract, I get 20. So I got to add another 0 here. Bring it down. 24 into 200. How many times? So I know 24 times 10 would be 240. So I'm going to guess it's 8 times. I'm going to come off to the side here and do that. 24 times 8. 8 times 4 is 32. Carry my 3. 8 times 2 is 16 plus 3 is 19. So that makes sense. So it's going to be 8 times. 8 times 24 is 192. Subtract, I get 8. I'm going to bring down another 0. This just keeps going and going. So many times does 24 go into 80? 24 goes into 80 3 times. 3 times 24 is 72. Subtract, I get 8. Bring down a 0. All right, here we go. We found where it repeats. 24 into 80 3 times again. 3 times 24 is 72. Subtract, I get 8. If I were to do it again, you can see it's going to be the same way. That'd be 3 more times. 72, 8. You see the pattern. You see it emerging. It's 0.208, 33333 forever and ever and ever. So when we go to write our answer here, we're going to put 2.2083. The line is only over the 3, because the 3 is the only thing that's repeating. That 0.208 is not repeating. So it's just going to be 0.2083 with a line over 3 showing that that 3 repeats forever and ever and ever. All right, there's your 2 examples. You've got some practice problems to do with an answer key to check them over. Then you've got a few more accelerated math objectives assigned. All right.